the small country of Catalonia. Well, there's a caveat to the country part. In October of 2017, the province of Catalonia voted to make it a country. But the Spanish government forbade that vote in the first place. So it kind of depends on who you ask in Catalonia whether this is a province of Spain or its own country. But either way, it has some very unique traditions, and we just happen to be here around the Christmas holidays, so there's less tourists. There are also some really super cool things that you wouldn't experience any other time of the year. I'm gonna have you follow me, and we will check out some of the cooler stuff that you can only experience during the holiday season here in Catalunya. Come on. So as I said, Catalunya is a very unique country or province that has its own language and some very unusual Christmas traditions. One of the somewhat traditional but unique Christmas traditions is the Catalunya market. The Santa Llu market has been operating here for at least 200 years. It is very unique, and we're going to go check it out because there are some mysteries hidden here. You'll find a lot of handcrafted things, lovely gifts. You'll find very traditional ornaments. We've got some decorative holiday fare, and we've got all kinds of things to hang on the tree. We've got the Christmas moose here, kind of your standard holiday decorations. You can see behind me some of your more traditional nativity scenes that you might find in the United States, but a lot of them are very different. This is one of the things that fascinated me at first, and I couldn't figure out what it was all about. If you come to these booths, you will see miniatures of everything. There are miniatures of little milk buckets and pots and pans, and my favorite are these lovely little vegetables and fruits. Eggs, teeny tiny. They've got cheeses and salami. Any kind of food item and things for the household that you could possibly enjoy putting in your little nativity scene, they have here. So that you'll see booth after booth of the most adorable, teeny tiny little miniature things. In addition to the nativity scenes and the tiny figurines, you can also find extremely unique little crafts and arts. And my favorite, and actually I purchased one before we started filming, is right over here. Here we have these lovely little fairies, and if you look at them, each of them has its own unique little characters and faces, and they're just perfect. I love them. So, you will find the nativity scenes, and you will find the miniatures. You will also find some lovely things like this. And this man behind me is the man who makes them. So, he's lovely also. Let's move along and see what else there is. Behind me is another unique miniature item. They have these lovely little stoves, and they burn incense, so they smell really good too. Now here we have a tradition that is unique only to Catalunya. It's sort of a Catalunya luck symbol, shall we say. If you look behind me, you might say, are those people pooping? Yes, they are. But it is part of the Catalunya tradition, and if you want to find out what it's all about, you're going to have to watch my next video, because then we'll go into it. Here's another fairly unique miniature situation. Here we have an oven with a flame. You've got your bread baking there. You've got windmills. You've got little fountains and things. Okay, down this aisle, you're gonna find some other completely different things. They have a lot of exquisitely crafted jewelry. Over here we have some really beautiful little paper crafts. So if you're looking for something to bring back that's small and light for your luggage, that might be a good choice. We have handmade incense burners and wooden toys. We have wooden swords, a knight's gear, and all kinds of things to set up your little prince and princesses. Little dolls, handmade also. I'm going to give you a teaser into another one of the very unusual Catalunya traditions. Now, the hint is this little figure here. As you can see, a child is beating a log that has this happy little face on it and is covered in a blanket. Yeah, that's going to take some explanation, so you're going to have to watch the video to check that out. If you're just passing through as a tourist, you're probably not going to want to pick up a tree to take home with you, but the locals can pick up their trees and their wreaths and all those kinds of holiday decorations here, which is much nicer than getting them at a commercial place, but picking them up here in the market, where it also benefits the locals. Here we have a whole selection of the log that I mentioned earlier, which we're going to discuss in the other video. They also have your more classic, conventional Christmas toys. If you're looking for a dancing tree or a climbing Santa, you can find that here too. Here's another more unusual thing that you'll find here. These adorable little witches. I have not yet solved the mystery of why there are little witches involved in their nativity scenes, but they've got some really cool ones and they're really cute. So that concludes our tour of the Christmas market here, Santa Lucia. And if you want to know more about the teasers, the uniquely Catalunyan Christmas traditions, you're going to have to watch the next video because we're going to cover that next. Now, if you didn't like the pooper guys at the last booth, they have multiple booths that carry the same kind of poopers. So you may find one that's more to your liking, in case you're interested in Gollum or Wonder Woman. Basically, they have poopers of just about any famous person you can think of, and some that aren't people.